Now, give you an update. At 11:03, or 11 p.m., the pressure was at 232. That was basically just the first top 5 inches of this. And so we went ahead and opened the valve because I had to go take care of Betty at 11:03. When I opened this valve right here, this is closed, this is open. You always put your valves where you have to pull them up to open if you can. That way they don't accidentally get open. Just a little tip for you. Except for this valve here, the air gauge, you want it down. You always want it down. Except when you're emptying the tube. Okay. But what we did at 11:03, we opened the valve to let the air go down the hose and into the tank. And it filled it up to 15 psi. It was originally about 8 psi, I believe. Last page. 5 to 8 psi. The two gauges don't ever seem to match. I'm going to replace this one, see if it's that one. But anyway, since 11:03, we've had this open so that the pressure wouldn't build up at a too high a rate, or maybe a real high rate, while I was inside taking care of Betty. The time right now is 1:05. 1:05. Let's take her temperature real quick. See what we got. 97, 117, 97. That's 8 degrees higher than it was at 11 p.m. 117. That's 15 degrees higher. Let's see, 9-inch mark. 119. That's 15 degrees higher. That was at the 9-inch mark. And 118. Okay. And let's see how many PSI we have. Now, this PSI reading is for the 11-gallon tank plus the half-gallon right here. So, when we opened the valve and emptied the other one, they went up to 15 PSI. So, over a 2-hour period, we are now at 36 PSI. In the 11-gallon tank. So we gained 21 PSI in the 11-gallon tank. So you can figure out the flow rate if you want to figure that out. Okay. We're going to still leave this open because I'll be going to bed pretty soon. And I'll just get up and monitor it every once in a while. Because I mainly want to find out what the temperature range is. If the temperature doesn't rise any higher, that means I can add more lye to the mix so I can raise the temperature up and process it faster. But I don't want the temperature to get too high. But I also want to make sure that when we're running more stuff, more material, aluminum, that it doesn't generate too much heat. Okay? So that's why we doubled up on this last batch. The next run I do, I'll triple it. Well, if we don't get a temperature raise above 156 degrees, I'll go ahead and triple it, but I'll add 1 ounce more of lye. To this mix here, we're going to run the same mix. I'm not going to change it. I'll feed it through the tube like we did before, but we got to let this run its course all the way through. We're going to see how long it takes. After about 4 hours, that's when it's probably going to reach its peak temperature. That's what it did last night. That's when everything was really dissolving fast. So that's it for now. I'll put it on pause, and we'll take another reading in about an hour, if I'm still up. Okay, it's 1:30 in the morning. Our pressure is approximately 39 psi. That's here and the 11-gallon tank are both. This valve and this valve here are open. So that's filling that tank up. So let's write that down. 130. And we're looking at 39 psi. Now you may be saying, well, that's awful slow. Well, we're still working on our formula. And one of my next tests will be adding more lye after initial run to try to speed it up. But the critical factor is the temperature. Now let's see what we got for temps here. '96, '97. Same as last time. 117, 118. Put 118. That's up 1 degree. Down 1 degree. 118. And 118. Okay. First time we had 4 in a row to read that temperature, but it's maintaining a good temp. Stand temp 76. Okay. Yeah.